Hi there. Welcome to Everyday Life in Finance with Robbie. I'm Robbie, and I want to talk to you a bit about prioritizing yourself. I really feel the need to discuss this subject as I think some people get confused with being willing to assist others and being giving, and so forth. But I want to come on and just stress that you matter as well. We work hard, we have family responsibilities, we have other obligations that we're responsible for. We take care of children in some instances, even if they're not ours, we assist with them. But we oftentimes forget about ourselves or feel guilty if we do something for ourselves when we know that others may need our assistance. So I'm just, here to talk about prioritizing yourself. Now, I know I talk a lot about finances, and this really can affect your financial position because in many instances, people come to certain people or rely on certain people as their primary resource. When things aren't going right or if they need something, they have this one person that they target or that they go to, and that person is expected to forget about everything else, whether they're planning for something, planning for a vacation or saving for a vacation or something else in the house or whatever, and they're supposed to abandon their plans and assist others. There's nothing wrong with helping others, nothing at all. But you also must prioritize yourself when looking at what can you do to assist someone or whether you even want to assist them, because you're not obligated. And I think sometimes there are people, and I'm one of them, that you feel guilty if you do something for yourself and not do something for others. Even though you continuously give to others, there's always going to be someone who wants more from you. And at some point in time, you have to place yourself here. You just have to say, I prioritize myself. So I believe in God. So God sits here and I'm under, right underneath. I have to prioritize myself. And when looking at my finances, I really want to do the same. I want to focus on what I can do for others to assist others and serve as a resource to others, not even just people, to charities and things of that sort. But I also want to look at myself. I work very hard. I plan for things. I don't haphazardly make purchases or anything like that. I plan for them. So, I do deserve, or you do deserve, to say to yourself, I can prioritize myself and my finances without feeling guilty or feeling that you're doing something wrong, because very often we do, people do struggle with that. So I just want to say, if you have been planning for something or you want something special for yourself, do it, with careful planning, of course. I don't say do it haphazardly. Make certain that you can afford it. If you can't afford it right now, save for it, but don't automatically put your plans aside and make sacrifices for others, because sometimes people become really reliant on the fact that they know that their resource, their person is going to be there to pull them out of things. So that's their plan. That's a part of their plan, that if something goes wrong, oh, I can just go to X person, Y person, Z person. That's their plan. And that's not fair to you. So even if you want to say, okay, I want to be there for them, set aside a certain amount or a certain fund, that this is the family or this is the charitable fund, that when I want to do charitable things, it comes out of this fund. If it's available, then fine. If it's not, then fine. Don't sacrifice yourself. We only have one life to live. And You are a priority. You are making things happen. You are doing things the right way. You are planning and focused on making certain that you can do things, in a certain way. And you are not there just to serve as a resource to others. You have to do something to make yourself happy and to show some appreciation to yourself for all the hard work and things that you've dedicated yourself to. You have to be appreciative of that, because sometimes you are the only one that's going to appreciate how much you've done, how proud you are of yourself. Others may not do it. They just come to you, if there's a need. I'm not saying that they don't call you or anything like that, but you are primarily a resource to them and a part of their plan. And that's just not fair to you. So I'm coming to you today saying prioritize yourself, um, and do not let your finances suffer as a result of you assisting others. I spoke to a friend the other day and I was just so saddened because she does so much for others, and she suffered a major financial setback because she was always doing for her family and they could care less. And, now that she's having that setback, no one's there for her. The family that she supported and that she was a resource for, they're not there for her. So, that's what made me think you really have to prioritize yourself. And, if no one else is doing it, not prioritizing you, you have to do it. So show up for yourself, you know, plan for what you want. Don't feel guilty if you're doing something for yourself and others can't do it. Don't feel guilty because you've worked hard for that. So make certain that you treat yourself well, and you can assist others, but it's not your obligation, and you are your priority. So thank you so much for joining me today. And if you like this content, please like it, share the video, and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.